So it's a big deal. It's a big deal for Hedera. It's a big deal for the industry, and we're excited to see that FedNow had the position that they're confident enough in the company at Drop and in Hedera that they decided to go ahead and make an announcement.
Mance Harmon, the CEO of Hedera, has confirmed a FedNow partnership with the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank. Listen to what he has to say about this huge partnership with the U.S. Federal Reserve's FedNow payment system.
When you think about real-time payments, whether it's banks or it's FedNow, the tech that they have, generally speaking, is just rails, right? It's just the payment rails. But when it comes to all of the additional technology that has to be built on top to create a solution that makes it possible for merchants to be sending payments to each other, the user interface and all of the additional trappings of a solution that are on top of just transferring tokens from one account to another account, that's the value that Drop provides. And my understanding is that they started talking to FedNow back in March, and so it's moved very quickly. The announcement by FedNow, I think, perhaps was a little bit unexpected that it was dropping today. And so of course, there's a lot of excitement about it. What does it mean? It means that there is now further validation that the market really does care about real-time payments. There's still a long way to go in terms of rolling the whole solution out and achieving the adoption that we all hope will be achieved. But it's not years away. It's being rolled out through the end of the year.
The FedNow wants real-time payments. That is why they are using Hedera. And big changes are coming very soon, according to Mance Harmon, the CEO of Hedera. And the FedNow system is literally using Hedera through Drop. Yes, Drop Inc. is an application built completely on Hedera HBAR. And as you can tell, they are literally showcased on the FedNow Federal Reserve websites, Drop Inc. And on their website, on Drop Inc.'s website, it says that they were built on Hedera. Literally 100% built on Hedera. And this FedNow partnership with Hedera is big because listen to Mance Harmon speaking about why it's big. This is big.
Yeah, it's a big deal for would end up with an account on Hedera, and every transaction would flow through Hedera. So it's a combination of the Hedera consensus service as well as the tokenization service. And it would end up being, many, many millions of transactions per day at scale. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal for Hedera. It's a big deal for the industry.
It is a big deal for Hedera. This Federal Reserve FedNow partnership that will bring millions of transactions every single day minimum is huge because the future is now for Drop. Yes, Drop is set to play a major role in the future of instant payments with this recent listing in the Federal Reserve's FedNow showcase. And here it says that the Drop platform will soon be able to empower the billions of unbanked and underbanked and prepaid users around the world. So this will unlock massive economic potential. Drop is the future of the digital economy, and we're excited that it's finally happening. This right here is directly from the Hedera website. As you can tell, Drop right here is on Hedera, is built on Hedera, 100% on Hedera, and they're working with the U.S. Federal Reserve. Now, this guy is the CEO of Drop. Listen to what he has to say about this Federal Reserve FedNow partnership.
So what we do is when you open an account, you're really opening an account in the Hedera distributed ledger, right? So what you should see once we roll out these products to the banks is you'll see lots of accounts being opened. So the number of account opening will go up exponentially. And then every transaction is going to be Hedera transaction. And now we use both. We use HTS and we use HCS, which is the consensus. So you should see an uptick in all of those transactions.
So literally every transaction on the Federal Reserve's FedNow system will go through Hedera. That is confirmed.
And then we use all sorts of other services in Hedera. But I would say typically you should see a large amount of account opening, like very large account openings, and then you will see millions of transactions happening per day, because that's what it is. Micropayments are all about small transactions, but a lot of them, right? And that's why platforms like Hedera are like absolutely perfect for payments, because it's low maintenance, the cost of the transaction is very low. It just helps us a lot. This would not have been possible if we had used any other distributed ledger. So we are excited about that. You should see a large amount of traffic happening.
Big things are coming to Hedera HBAR, and the Federal Reserve is literally using Hedera HBAR, and the FedNow system in 2025 is expecting explosive growth. According to this report right here, it says 2025 will produce explosive growth in instant payment capabilities. The FedNow service represents over 1,000 financial institution participants. Here, it shows that FedNow's network growth in the past year. Since launch till now, we have seen it grow exponentially, adding about 50 to 75 new issuers per month. And this is huge because the FedNow just launched about a year ago, and we're about to see exponential growth with the FedNow system. Also, listen to the CEO of Quant Network speaking about Hedera HBAR.
If you need to do something fast, you don't use Bitcoin, you use Hedera Hashgraph, for example.
If you need to use something fast, you do not use Bitcoin, you use Hedera Hashgraph, for example. That is what the CEO of Quant Network also said about Hedera HBAR, that is faster, better than Bitcoin, basically, for payments, for financial transactions. And also, the United States Federal Reserve Board released this report right here a few months ago, right here in 2025, titled Hercules, a Byzantine fault-tolerant database system with potential for modern payment systems. So it's talking about ABFT, Byzantine fault-tolerant systems. This is huge because we know Hedera Hashgraph, the Hashgraph algorithm, consensus algorithm, is secure because it is a asynchronous Byzantine fault-tolerant system. So this means basically it is very secure, and the US Federal Reserve, for their payment systems, require Byzantine fault tolerance level of security at a minimum, and Hedera HBAR provides that. So not only that, but Hedera HBAR is also working with the US Digital Dollar Project. Now the digital dollar is basically going to have a lot of connections, and also Hedera Hashgraph HBAR is also working with the Digital Dollar Project. Yes, with IBM and Microsoft right here, and a bunch of central banks around the world, like the Bank of Ghana, Central Bank of Nigeria, of Gambia, of Bahamas, are all working together with Hedera Hashgraph HBAR and MTech. Now, MTech is important because they also are working on a project New Dawn, a digital cash, a digital dollar, and this is the official website of Project New Dawn, and it says over 60 million people in the United States either don't have or find it too expensive to use a bank account, so they need a CBDC, according to Project New Dawn, a digital cash infrastructure for all. And as you can tell right here, Hedera Hashgraph HBAR is working with MTech and Microsoft on this project. Right now, if you own Hedera HBAR, show your support, destroy the like button, share this video, because Hedera HBAR is doing what no other cryptocurrency is doing, like Bitcoin, Ethereum. They cannot power the FedNow system. The US Federal Reserve is not using Bitcoin, is not using Ethereum, but they're using Hedera HBAR. HBAR family, HBAR army, show your support, destroy the like button, share this video, do whatever you need to do. Join us, subscribe, so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. I love you all, and I will see you very soon. Until next time, Crypto AI Man